Hello, I'm Joseph-von-Fraunhofer-Str, Head of R&D here at Pfinztal, and today I would like to introduce you to our new race result timing transponders. They're the first true application-specific timing transponders for the running world as far as we believe. Let me explain what we did. Obviously, we did some simple things like having the best available glue for wet sticking on Tyvek, but also things like the perfect liner for our machines for automatic application. But that was not the main goal. Our main goal actually was to reduce the foam thickness. So if you look at our old transponder, it has a foam thickness of 3 mm. And the new transponder will have a foam thickness of 1.5 mm. This gives you a reduction of 50%. 50% means that the boxes full of bibs will only be half the size, or you can get double the bibs in one box. At the end, it means that we will be sending half the boxes around the world. In peak time summer, it means that only half a plane has to fly to the US and not one full plane full of bibs. Now, why do we actually need the foam? Maybe you know that there are people out there not using any foam, and there are people using 5 mm foam. We've been using 3 mm foam so far. And the question is, why do you actually need the foam? So the main reason why you need the foam is to get some distance between the transponder and the human body. This is because the antenna on the transponder is actually detuned by the human body. So whenever you bring something close to an antenna, it will change the characteristic of the antenna. The main thing that we did with the new race result transponder is that we counter-tuned the antenna so that if you bring it close to the human body, it will perform better and not worse. This is how we could achieve the 1.5 mm thickness of foam. Obviously, we are also using the newest generation chip, which is a U-Code 8, having best performance on the market today. So in a development project like this, which actually took us more than 15 months from the start to getting the finished transponder, there is one big problem. Actually, the question is, how do you measure the performance of the transponder? Obviously, there's a very simple way to do it. Just put them on the back of the bibs and do test events and see what the performance is. But before you can do that, you need a certain number of transponders to be produced. And if you contact all the different transponder manufacturers, what they will do when they do different designs of antenna and chip for you, they will give you hand samples, just a few transponders per different design. So actually what happens is that you end up with a box like this with all kinds of transponders. You can literally see we tested dozens of different transponders, but you only have a few transponders per type. So if you really want to have comparable measurements, you can't do that on a race. You actually have to find a different way. And this is why we do our measurements in our EMI chamber. In our EMI chamber, we have reproducible conditions where we can measure transponders over and over again and exchange transponders, exchange foam, things like that, and test and see where the differences are and actually try to find the best transponder. So we did this with all these different transponders here, and obviously also with transponders that you might be used to, like the standard Monza R6 dog bone that many timing systems out there are using. And this gives us a very good picture of what is actually going on. We are measuring in free air. We are also measuring on cheese. Cheese is basically simulating the human body. And we were looking for the best performance both on US frequencies and EU frequencies in the rest of the world. It's also important to know that some of those transponders are designed to work good in one part of the world, but not in others. So we were obviously aiming for a worldwide transponder so that you don't have to take care where you're actually using which transponder. Now, if you do those tests and compare the transponders, you'll find out that all transponders on the market if you put them on 1.5 millimeter foam close to a piece of cheese or the human body, are not as good as our new transponder. So we truly believe that we have the best performing transponder out there right now. Even better than the Monza R6 dog bone that many of you know. The transponder is completely made to our specification. So this is a process actually with 2 companies made in Germany. You can see this is a step product during the production process, and we have full control of what is going on. We have full quality control. We exactly specify what they do for us, and this way we can ensure that at the end we have a product which is perfectly suitable for our needs, for our machines, and for your performance on race day. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy our new transponders.